Hello, Excel nerds. No. Hello, Excel aficionados. Hmm. Hello, Excel fans. This is Eric Ohm coming to you from Petaluma, California. Today I'm going to be showing you some micro-automations in action. This is my very first YouTube video. People have been asking for more information. I did a talk on micro-automations for Celia's Microsoft Excel Toronto meetup. If you want to see the full video on my talk on micro-automations, please go and check out her channel. I'll try to figure out how to put a link down below. Today, I'm demonstrating my tool being used in a case. I think that you'll get the idea how it works and so forth. I'm really pushing hard to make this available to people. I'm going to start off with a limited beta, so I'm taking names for people who want to beta test this for me. Once we get the kinks out, it's going to go out to wider release as soon as possible. I've been working on it for a long time and I really want to get it out to people. Everybody that I've showed it to has been very excited about it, and hopefully you like what you see. So let's do it. I am going to attempt to use OA Robot to work on this Euchre FMWC case. It's a tough one. I just watched Dearmid Early work on it for a long time on his YouTube channel. Let's see if we can get OA Robot to do Euchre. First thing that I'm going to do is freeze some panes because they always have all of this stuff up at the top and I don't like seeing all of that. So I come up here and I'm going to use OA Robot and I'm going to do toggle freeze panes. Helps if you look at the ceiling when you type. In my mind, I'm saying toggle freeze panes and typing TFP. Click enter. Now we're frozen there. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to name this range over here card ranks, and that is create local named range. I specifically like it to be a local named range because if I end up having multiple sheets, I want the names to work independently of each other. I'm going to call it card ranks. So that's named. Oh, I forgot. I was going to make a backup of the active sheet. So I'm going to do BAS for backup active sheet. That just created a copy of the sheet as is. If I'm about to make some big moves and I want to make a backup of my sheet as I go, I can run that again later. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to create a Lambda for looking up card points. So if we go down and look at this example, I'm going to take this set here and just put it up here as values. So this first one is the trump card, and these are the cards. So what we want is we want the card ranks, and we want to unpivot on these. Unpivot array. There we go. And then we're going to do diamonds. So I'm going to go select a diamond and do filter array by selected values. That just filtered things there. So I can take this guy here and poke it right onto that cell. That's great. So now if I tried to do clubs up here, good, now I have clubs. So we don't really need that column anymore. So I'm gonna say remove column, RC. that column is gone. And now we want to filter on this whole list over here. So what I'm going to do for that is I'm going to come over here, I'm going to refer to this range. I'm going to transpose that, wrap with transpose. Now I'm going to do something fun. I'm going to take this whole range, I'm going to copy it, and then I'm going to do a very special paste special. This is paste, apply, left, join. Paste, apply, left, join. So that just did a left join of this table with that table and return back those results. So that looks great. I'm going to remove this column, RC remove column, and then I'm going to transpose again. And that's our answer, so I'm going to call that card points. Okay, and this is just some points. So I'm going to now turn that into a lambda. First, I'm going to mark these as inputs. So mark as input cells. If I hit F4, I can just run that again. Basically just saying these guys are input cells so that when I do my generate lambda statement, it'll know which ones are inputs. All right, so we just created a lambda. Now if we want to save as a lambda, we can do save lambda, give it a name. Now we have a lambda. There's a couple other things I'd like to do. It's kind of a good thing to take a list of cards and then order them from best to worst. So in this case, best to worst is the lowest number to the biggest number. So we're going to say equals sort by, we're going to do these guys, and we're going to sort by these guys. Let's see what that gets us. That's good because we got the jack first. That's nice. I think I'm going to save that as a lambda. Generate lambda statement. Looks good. And we're going to save that lambda. And we're going to call this one best cards. Okay, so now we have best cards. That is the list of cards, but from best to worst. All right, so given that, let's go down and see what we have to do down here. We want the best card of each list, so that makes it easy because we basically do best cards. Trump card is this one. These cards are these. Jack of diamonds is the right one. I'm going to do keep column of array. That just takes the first column of that array. So now we have that, and we can copy this. I'm going to do a paste exact formula. That's so that it puts the formula in there the same way as it is so that the references don't move. Okay, now I'm going to copy that cell down. I have it already set for Control D, but in OA Robot it's autofill down. So I assigned it Control D. That's why it's yellow instead of gray over here. So Control D for me does autofill down, and that just copies it down intelligently without you having to extend your selection and do a fill. So let's just make sure that looks right. I believe that is the right answer. All right, so the next one is which player will win in the first round. So for this one, we want to take this selection here, and we want to remove the blanks. Wrap with remove the blanks lambda. That should do it. There we go. And now we want to take that, and we want to do our card points of the trump card. It says which player will win the first round. In this case, it would be player 2, which is that guy. I have a useful one for this. It is wrap with index of min by row. So the index of the smallest in the row. That would be a 2, and that is the correct answer. We will copy this over here. I'm going to paste exact, make sure we still get the 2, which we do. Now we can copy that down and Control D, and we have that all the way down. So what number do we get? 34. I think that's right. Okay, the next one is we want what card did the winning player play in round 5. We're not doing best, we're just doing in the order played. So this is, we want to take this guy here. We want to wrap it. Wrap rows by 5. Okay, so now we have 1 row for each player, and we want the points for those equals card points for the trump card and these guys. Why didn't that work? Oh, you know what? It didn't work because it's expecting a single row instead of a grid. So instead of doing this, I'm going to do those. That's better. And then we can wrap rows, 5. Okay. Now, what we want to know is for player 1, who won? It would be the person with the lowest score here. So if we ranked these by column, that would probably be good. So I'm going to do wrap with rank by column. Okay, that gave me a 4, so it's the 4s that are the winners. So the winners are equal to 4. And let's wrap that with an NA. No, wrap that with N. That turns those into numbers, and then we can do a wrap with sum by row. So player 3 is the winner, so we want to turn this into a 3. That's the index of the max. So we want to do wrap with index of max in the column. That's a 3, that's correct. We basically want this 10 of diamonds right here. So I'm going to do keep column, which gets rid of the other columns. And then I'm going to do an index on this. Index, comma, which cell is that in? I can't see. If we want to make that one formula, then we can take this whole thing here, stick it in here. Okay. Now we have one formula. We can come over here and do paste exact. Copy it down, and we're done with that one. Now we want to do the same thing, but we want to put these into a different order first. So let's start with this, and I'm going to wrap rows by 5. If you want to do a by row, where you apply a function to each row, you can't use by row if it's not returning back scalar values. We're bringing back arrays. So I have one that I call wrap with by row stack. Yes, by row stack lambda. So that wraps it with my by row stack lambda. Now I can do whatever I want to each of the rows in there. So what we want to do is we want the best cards of each row. That did not work. Oh, that's because this takes 2 arguments and the other one is the trump card. There we go. So now these are in order of best to worst, and now we want the points. I wish I had set up that lambda so that it could support 2 row. To do that, and then I want the card points. Oh, keep forgetting to put the trump card in there. If only there was IntelliSense. Oh wait, there it is. Now I just can't type. That's better. Now we can wrap that by 5. Okay. So now we can see who won. Whoever has the lowest is the winner. So what do they want to know? What card did the winner of the game play in round 5? So we're gonna do wrap with rank by column. Now we want the 4s. Now we want to wrap that with n. And we will do the wrap with sum by row. And we want the index of max by column. That's the 3. Okay, so we want the last card for that particular player. So I'm just going to go to this. I'm just going to do it like this. Wrap rows, comma 5. And then I just want this row, so I'm going to say keep column, and then I'm going to wrap that with an index, comma, this guy. Okay, that's good. Now we can take this formula, put it in there. Great, now we don't need that. And then, so if I want to go for the one formula route, then I can do this, AD 144. There it is, one formula. Come over here, paste exact, copy, paste, fill down. Now, those 3 or 4 moves in a row would make a nice robot command by itself. So that might be something that I would add later. So when I want to paste in my answer, it'll just do all of that all in one fell swoop. Good Lord, I can technically do this one, but it's so freaking confusing that my point has been made here. I just really wanted to show off what we could do here. Oh, I guess I could do a bonus question. What are the bonus questions? How many questions in level 1 include the second best card? So that would be equals card points of this, comma, this. Okay, and basically we would just want to count the 2's in here. So if I say equals equals 2, and then wrap that with n, and then wrap that with the sum, not by row, wrap that with sum 7. Sounds about right. What is the best card that wasn't dealt? Okay, so let's go to game 51. That is this one. So I think I can get rid of this. So best card that wasn't dealt. I guess we should start off by getting the points for these. Actually, let's do the best cards first. Trump and cards. There's our best cards. And now if we do card points of those, one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, it's number 10, whatever that is. Ace of diamonds. There you go. How many hearts are in games 31 to 100? Oh, this is a good one. 31 to 100. So where's 31? So we want, without examples, okay, so this is a good one. I'm going to do copy values new sheet to new sheet. Copy values to new sheet. I just copied all of those values to a new sheet. Okay, and now I'm just going to go through and delete these guys. So now we have all of this. So what we want to know is how many hearts are there. So let's do a left of this whole thing, comma 1. So, no, I'm sorry. I want a right, not a left. Okay, so there's that. And then let's do wrap with to call. And then we want the hearts. So I'm going to do filter array on selected values. There we go. And 346 is the answer. 346, if I can find the cell. 346. Hopefully those are right. I skipped level 5. No apologies there. That one is a nightmare. But that's my demo of OA Robot. Microautomations are awesome. And hopefully this kind of demonstrates that having all of these little building blocks can really improve your speed. I am not the fastest in Excel, so I'm still probably not going to win any fancy rings using this tool, but there's somebody out there that is going to use this tool and is going to win the ring, and I'm looking forward to seeing that happen. If that person is out there and wants to be a beta tester of this, I'm really pushing hard to make this available to the world as soon as possible, and I need help. So thank you very much, and hope you enjoyed that. Bye-bye.